thank you very much, guys, for being here with us today for an interview. I've known you, I've met you before, but for our guests that are joining us today, please tell us a bit about yourselves, Vlad and Sergey. Please tell us a few words about what you guys are doing.
Okay, so we are the partners in a company called Pollenity, and we are creating sustainability in the global beekeeping sector. So thank you very much for inviting us to share our story. For me personally, I'm the humble engineer. This is the guy that makes the sales. He's the one with all the words. But we are very glad to be able to actually step on the market in Romania with our offering of Adopt a Hive or Adopta un Stup. Our Romanian is getting better. So yeah, about myself, I'm an aeronautical engineer. I have a little bit of experience in starting a few other companies and working in a large software company for a number of years. About 8 years ago, we started working on the bees, and ever since it's been a love relationship with them. So I'm kind of hooked on that, and I'm working for the bees now.
That's nice. Thank you very much, Sergey.
He's very humble. He's actually the founder and the CEO of our company, and he's the guy who, let's say, engaged all of us into the mission of the bees. I'm Vlad. I'm the person who is trying to make the honey sexy again, as I like to say, because to actually accomplish our mission to protect the bees in Europe and in the world in general, we need to engage more people and more shareholders. And my job is to find the best way to present the cause, to develop a sustainable business model which brings quality and value to all of the shareholders in our ecosystem.
Thank you very much, Vlad. So from what I've read prior to our interview, I found out that the bees are endangered, and because they are endangered, nature and ecosystems and also our food supplies are at risk. So you guys are the ones that are trying to come up with a solution, are trying to protect the bees from extinction. Tell us, please, some more about Pollenity and how did the project start and what you guys are doing. You said a few words, but tell us more about how the project started and why did you do a startup in the agri-tech business, but also with a twist, with a sustainability twist. How did it evolve?
I can take this one. So our company is, as I said, creating sustainability in the global beekeeping sector, and we are doing that in 3 different directives. So we are creating technology for beekeepers, basically IoT that can help beekeepers understand their bees better and take better care for them. We're also participating in research programs and working with universities on very far out ideas, far out concepts that are actually just currently starting to look like something usable. So we've been working on that for more than 4 years. We engage a lot in education, and we have a foundation with the same name in Bulgaria, which engages with corporates and tries to deliver value to the underappreciated beekeepers. And the last few years, we took on another concept, the last pillar, which is growing the fastest, and it's Adopt a Beehive program. So we found out that so we knew always that bees are in danger. We also knew that honey is a tremendous product that has been used for thousands of years for health benefits and for sugar and for everything else. But the interesting thing is that today the bee honey is the third most counterfeited food in the world, which actually creates a lot of distrust between the buyers of honey and the producers of honey, which should not be that way. Actually, the reason why this happens is because there's a lot of unknown between the hive and the table. This is what our company is achieving by creating the concept of Adopt a Beehive. We actually list the people, the beekeepers, the genuine people from the village next to their genuine product. It's 100% the product that they produce. It's not mixed in any way. It is supported with laboratory analysis and their full story. So it actually creates a very interesting bond between the consumers of a food and its origin, its producers. This transparency and traceability created a lot of stir in the Bulgarian environment. Actually, for just 2 years or a little bit more, we managed to become the #1 reseller of honey business to customer in Bulgaria, which is kind of interesting. It just shows that people are seeking after this product, and we have a very engaging new way of reaching the customer and ensuring genuinity. So yeah, it took up very good. And then we analyzed who else has a problem in beekeeping. We understood that Romania has a very similar ecosystem. And that's why we decided to focus on our neighboring country.
Thank you very much, Sergey. Before talking about Romania, I want to ask you to explain to us how does it work to adopt a beehive? I mean, can I adopt, or can we adopt a beehive that's in Bulgaria or only in Romania, or I don't know, how does it work? And I also saw that you have a CSR component where you encourage companies, businesses to adopt beehives and help also beekeepers.
You can and you should, but what do you tell you about it?
Yeah, generally the adoption of a beehive, first to be clear that it's a symbolic gesture. The adoption is not that you take the hive at your house and taking care of it. It's an act that can be done by any person as a person or company and organization. We have different offerings for people, for families, and for the corporate clients. The main thing around all of them is that the adoption of a hive brings financial stability. This is why it is a subscription product that you can subscribe for a few months, for a year, or even longer. The second thing is that you are receiving honey from the beekeeper that you support. The third one is that you receive as much as possible information and data and feedback from the hive. Of course, you can have a connection with your beekeeper, as Sergey mentioned, but also you have information what is the status of your hive. You can name it. You can name your queen bee. So it's a very nice thing to do with your kids, for example. But generally, we want to create this experience of adopting and having a beehive as part of your family or as part of your company. And we offer a little bit of different things for different target audiences, but at the end, the essence is the same. Bringing financial stability to beekeepers, providing the customers with high quality tested honey products, because it's not only genuine honey, it's also other bee products, and creating a community based on experience which connects them.
Thank you very much, Vlad. You've talked about Romania, about expanding Pollenity also in Romania. Do you already have beekeepers in your community that you're working with, or people, Romanians that have adopted beehives, not only in Romania but also from Bulgaria?
We already have around, we already have 4 beekeepers that are part of the program with their honey and everything, and I think 8 or 9 that are in a process of onboarding them. But we generally this is just the first people that we're trying to work. We want to have much bigger community, because we want to support as many beekeepers as possible. But just to be clear that we put them on a hard time at first, because we want from them to be fully registered, to comply with everything on the local legislation, to take care of their bees on a sustainable way. We test their honey, and only after all of this, we propose them to work together so we can offer the best quality.
So I want to add here, because it's very important about our business model. It's quite holistic. It takes care about our partners, the beekeepers, and that's the whole essence of it. We help the beekeepers thrive. We help them achieve sustainability. And we actually pay them as much as we can, not as little as we can get away with. This makes us a desired partner for them, but it's all possible because we eliminate all the different middlemen in the process I mentioned between the hive and the table. So we eliminate all of them. We lower the carbon footprint emissions by not having delivery people, not having a store, not being present at supermarkets. It's just a connection between the beekeeper and the family that wants her or his honey.
And to your question, right now, all the adoptions of beehives in Romania are to Romanian beekeepers. Our model is that in a country you support your local producer. But if someone from Romania wants to adopt a Bulgarian beehive or the other way around, we'll be very happy, because our final mission is to have this European-wide program where you from Romania want to support a beekeeper in Germany. Why? Because you like him, likes his story, or the other way around.
Maybe you like the honey that's produced there.
Maybe you like the honey, maybe you like the region, maybe you have some connection with another country, or it's just a friend of yours. Why not? We want to be a European-wide team, but right now we're focused on supporting the local communities, and the Bulgarian and the Romanian communities of beekeepers are pretty similar. So we have the same program, and we try to help them in the same way.
Thank you very much, guys. Talking about communities and the beekeepers, you've mentioned some of the process for them, but how do you bring them in your community? What do they have to do in order to be a part of Pollenity? Do they come to you? Do you go and find them? I don't know. What's the process more specifically? Maybe we'll find in our communities beekeepers.
Absolutely.
Maybe they would like to enter your community.
So basically it goes first, we go after them, then they go after us, because we establish our name, hopefully, and they see that we are the good guys on the market. But currently we actually employ one beekeeper from Romania, one that is fluent in English and can help us get there faster, to find other beekeepers. So he is, let's say, trained on what exactly we want from the beekeepers, that they need to be registered, they need to be outgoing, welcoming, they need to be like genuine people with sustainable products. And yeah, we actually get referred beekeepers from beekeepers.
Yeah, he's the first beekeeper that we onboarded in Romania. He's called Razvan.
Yeah, shout out to Razvan.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy that decided to go back to Romania after being in the UK for many years, working there. He went back to Romania and decided that he would start being a beekeeper, and he's a guy that we want to work with. Young, ambitious, he wants really to make something which is different. And these kind of people are the heart of our community, because the beekeepers are the ones that are the superheroes in the story. We're just the people that are trying to navigate the
To level out the playing field
Yeah.
for everybody.
That's nicely said. Thank you, guys. Can you tell us how many beekeepers do you have now in your community from Bulgaria? And I don't know, maybe you've done some projections from for this year. What are you expecting? Also with Romania being part of your expansion.
So currently we are working with 30 beekeepers in Bulgaria, just 30 that are we are buying almost all their production, and that's sufficient to address our market demand. But we just returned from the largest exhibition here in Bulgaria, the Bee Expo, and we're very humbled and thrilled actually to understand that we now have like tens of beekeepers who want to join us right away. I mean, they are on the waiting list already. They have been evaluated. We just try to find out a way to capture a bigger market share so that their production can get to the bee honey lovers. Right now we're working with 30 in Bulgaria, but given the size of the market in Romania and the opportunity to actually export that product to other markets as well, we are looking for more than 50 beekeepers in the first 2 years of our expansion, and then we want to work with as many as we can get to.
Yeah, and because we have another interesting initiative that we are producing our own beekeepers now, because last year we had the first edition of Bee University in Bulgaria, which actually produced our beekeeper from the courses. He then joined the Adopt a Hive program, and now in Friday started the second edition. And we hopefully will find partners to make this course in Romania as well. And we want to create the next generation of beekeepers with providing them with technology, with education, and with a sustainable market. We basically want to be a partner that can give them everything they need so they can just focus on taking the best care of their bees.
And just on that, I want to say that we don't only shift the whole paradigm by our business model. What we do is we also inspire our competition. And this is exactly what we are seeing here in Bulgaria. People are starting to adopt new marketing strategies. They're starting to elevate their prices, tell their stories, test their product, and educate people about the benefits of consuming honeybee products. So basically, we are very, very happy that what we are doing is already making an impact in the whole category. So that's extremely important. We don't only rely on our business model to create sustainability in the beekeeping sector. We rely on the inspiration of others.
Thank you very much. You've anticipated a bit my next question and you kind of answered it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why does it matter? I mean, why is it important to help beekeepers and also protect the bees? You talk about a problem with counterfeiting. The bees are endangered, so we don't want that because it's a problem for all of us. Why does it matter so much to help also beekeepers and also protect the bees?
I think that's yours.
Yeah, the why is extremely important. So it's very important to highlight that for the last 50 years, the population of the whole planet has doubled. And with it, the need for food and the desire for people to be fed has actually extrapolated as well. So the thing is, the honeybee is the most efficient pollinator in agriculture. We have kind of built our agriculture around the efficiency of this single pollinator. And when we're talking about biodiversity, all pollinators are important and we're doing effort to protect all of them. But right now we're focusing on creating sustainability in the agriculture sector by allowing for pollination to actually occur, because for the last 20 years we have lost more than 40% of all managed honeybee colonies. Now in the last few years we start to see a rise in the number of beehives around the world, but it's not nearly enough. Right now we are about 30% short on pollination, and what is happening is we see business model like in the US, where pollination has already become a service. People are trucking, they're literally putting hundreds of hives on trucks and offering the service of pollination by moving them. That's inefficient, that's wasteful, that's absurd. We should not do that. We should not divide ecosystems and then try to create bridges between them. We should understand the ecosystems and thrive in them.
Thank you very much, Sergey. And speaking of business models, how did Pollenity evolve since you started? I think it's 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And you've received one of your first investments in 2018. How did you evolve in the business? And you said that you started with something, and then this adopt a hive was something that you added later on. What are you planning for this year? How do you see this year in terms of Pollenity's development as a business?
Do you want to take this one, or should I do?
You're the ones that started it back then, so I guess it's
okay. So
your privilege.
I'll try to be as brief as possible then, but it's a roller coaster. In 2015, we started with the concept of a smart beehive. We got some angel investment, very little. We didn't know how much money we need in order to create hardware products. Then we got a larger investment in 2016 or the beginning of 17, I think, which is about 300K from a local fund. It was enough to create the prototypes, not nearly enough to create the whole product and production line. So basically, we underestimated what we needed to do. We went to America, to the US to solve their problem. We found out that we are not there yet. I mean, we are early actually with the product that we offer. We were very early. The market was not ready to adopt it because there were a lot of economic factors that prevented us from going there. So we shifted towards selling the devices that we have from B2B to B2C. So a lot of customers actually love the idea, and we have a lot of customers of the technology that we have on 5 different continents. But then we focused on our local market because we actually understood that we can create a larger impact there. So since 2019, we restructured the company. We became much more like swift in the business decisions, and we decided to really focus on creating an impact on our Bulgarian beekeeping sector, because for just 2 years, we managed to lose 30% of the beekeepers. And it's all about the economic problems that they experienced during their business. We decided to fix that, and basically it went very well.
Here I can jump in because that's the time that I've joined the company.
Yeah.
I will try to paint a picture. These guys were making hardware, but they didn't have a commercial, more greedy person, let's say. The one that is so they were looking for this kind of person. We've met, and they had 600 kilograms of honey, and the idea that we need to find a way. This is honey from beekeepers that are using our devices, and they told me, we have this honey, we bought them from them, they're using technology, but they don't have the financial stability to invest more in technology. So we need to find a business model that works and earns $10,000 per month. So go. And that's the funny part of the story. It's actually true, but then we started to see, okay, what's the real problem on the market? What is the bottleneck for beekeepers and for the industry in general? So we found that we can solve all of these by providing the beekeepers with more opportunities to invest. And once they start investing, they start producing more, better product and so on, the wheel will start turning. And this is how the Adopt a Hive program was born. And it's actually working in a way that now the beekeepers are start asking us, okay, what kind of technology you can give us? What kind of devices you can provide us right now? And we're on the verge of making the full switch of market plus technology plus community and circle it back to where we started.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. So you're still delivering also the technology for the beekeepers. I mean, are you talking about sensors and software that helps them? I don't know, take better care of the bees or identify if there's some disease running around the hives or something like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We have a line of hardware products. It's called the BeeBot. So the BeeBot technologies are inside and outside the sensors that can help the beekeeper make better decisions about how to handle the bees. So it's not like it's going to do the job for the beekeeper, but it will give him unprecedented capabilities in terms of data. So basically, you cannot open a beehive during the winter and it's a black box until you open it in the spring. This is no longer the present thing. We now can give you a whole range of information about how the bees are doing, productivity and health.
Real-time data that can help you make better decisions as a manager of the hive. And right now we are working on the next design of the BeeBot technology. So we're in a pause of selling the devices because we redesigned it. So soon we're going to have a new versions of them, so we can offer them to Romania as well.
Thank you. You've answered my next question. Are you producing them yourselves or just the software and you're just doing the software and buying the boxes from a third party or working with a third party for them?
It's 100% developed by our engineering team. So the whole hardware, firmware on it, software, and the whole connectivity and algorithms that analyze the data, it's all in-house.
Cool, that's very nice. And can you tell us some details about the pricing or because you said that you're working on a new generation of devices, you haven't decided yet on a price. I'm trying to understand what's the cost, what cost should the beekeeper expect if they also want to have this hardware device and the software, not only be part of the Adopt a Hive program?
It's hard to tell your price right now because one of the goals of the new design was to reduce the price. The previous price was $189 per unit, which was quite costly for beekeepers. So we are trying to reduce it significantly. But it's a matter of supply chain for parts, for engineering time, and of course for the market. So soon we're going to announce what we can offer, and hopefully we'll have a significant reduction on the price, so more beekeepers can use more units.
We're getting there.
Thank you very much. Are you planning to, in order to make all your plans come true and talking also about the hardware devices, are you planning to raise more money? How are you funding yourselves at this point?
So not right now. In the summer of 2022, we became a public company here on the Bulgarian stock exchange. So currently the stock is traded locally. And we can go back to that place to fundraise more. But right now we're kind of on a trajectory to achieve break even towards the end of this year. And if we see a possibility to actually acquire a new company or develop a new product or something that is very like high potential, we may look into it. But right now we are going to focus on more traditional terms of funding, like credit if we need it, because the business model is marching in the right direction, and we want to support as much as possible this direction.
Thank you very much, Sergey. And one last question for you guys. How do you see the development of Pollenity, let's say, in the next 2 years?
In the next 2 years, we will going to be present in at least 7 countries in Europe with the Dr. Hive program and with the technology, the whole community around it. So we're going to have the first version of this European-wide platform where beekeepers, corporates that are interested in biodiversity and supporting the local production, and people that are engaged with the topics around bees, around nature, will come together and have a sustainable community based around the principles that we already have with the Dr. Hive program. So that's where we are going to be in the next 2 years.
Yeah, and we are going to engage a lot more with corporates in order to help them achieve their ESG KPIs. So biodiversity is the new hot topic. Actually, it's so hot that we need as many hands on board as possible. We need all the hands on possible. Yeah, basically we are going to extend our reach and create a lot more positive impact towards sustainable beekeeping through corporates, through individuals, and through any means possible.
Thank you very much, Sergey. Thank you very much, Vlad, for your information and for your time. I wish you the best of luck with the development of Pollenity, a truly interesting and helpful initiative. And thank you guys for paving the way for other startups as well. To you guys watching us on Green Startup, have a wonderful day, and we'll catch each other every day on the website and our Facebook pages and LinkedIn. Have a nice day.